Hi everybody and welcome to my channel, and here are my predictions for tomorrow's Premiership matches for Boxing Day. We start with Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. At the moment Newcastle are 7th and Forest are 17th, and of course both these teams lost at the weekend. Newcastle lost to Luton and Forest lost to Bournemouth. Newcastle have won 9, lost 7. Forest, well, they're in all sorts of trouble. They've won 3, lost 10, and if results don't start to improve soon, they're going to find themselves in this. Once the second half of the season starts, I'm going to find themselves from January, the new year, till May. They really will be in trouble as we get towards the end of the season. It doesn't look like that Nuno has managed to got a bounce at the moment, but there's still plenty of games to be played. But you know what it's like once we start the second half of the season in the new year. That's when sides who are struggling. That's when games start to run out, and they run out very quickly. So Forest have got to up their game and get some wins from somewhere. They want us to avoid relegation. Anyway, this one I'm going to go for Newcastle. Newcastle 1, Forest 0. Bournemouth versus Fulham. Well, Bournemouth beat Forest at the weekend, and Fulham, they lost to Burnley. Fulham are not having such a good season as they did last season. Looks like I'm going to finish about where they are, probably 13th. I'm struggling this season to how they was last season. I didn't think that Burnley would go and beat them, but they did. I predicted that Fulham would beat them, but Burnley turned out to be Burnley to 1. Bournemouth are not not better off themselves. They're 12th and Fulham are 13th. They are improving. To say they were the start of the season, they had the first half of the season. Bournemouth have won 6, lost 7. Fulham won 6, lost 9. This one I'm going to go for Bournemouth to win. Bournemouth 2, Fulham 0. Sheffield United versus Luton. Well, this is bottom versus third from bottom. These two got great results at the weekend. Sheffield United drew with Villa, and Luton, of course, beat Newcastle. It's easy to see why these two sides are struggling like they are. Sheffield Wednesday have won 2, lost 13. Luton won 3 and lost 11. This one I'm going to go for Sheffield United. Sheffield United 2, Luton 1. Burnley versus Liverpool. Well, Burnley are 19th and Liverpool are 2nd. Of course, Burnley won at the weekend, and I think Liverpool Liverpool drew with Arsenal. Burnley, you can see why Burnley are another team struggling. They've only won 3 and lost 13. Liverpool have won 11 and only lost 1. And of course, you know what the Premiership's like. If you, it's all about scoring goals in the Premiership, and newly promoted teams usually find it hard to do that. This is why Burnley are struggling like they are. They've only won 3 and lost 13. Liverpool have won 11, lost 1. This one I'm going to go for Liverpool. Burnley 0, Liverpool 2. That'll bring Burnley down to earth. Man United versus Villa. Well, Man United at the moment are 8th and Villa are 3rd. And of course we know what happened to Man United the weekend. They lost to West Ham, and Villa drew with Sheffield United on Friday. Things seem to be going bad to worse for Erik ten Hag. And of course there's got a new owner that's just bought shares into Man United. I just don't know how much longer Erik ten Hag is going to hang on to his job. If this had been anywhere else, he'd have been sacked now. But they just keep him there. I mean, if they sack him, who are they going to get? I mean, who is going to want to go to Manchester United? The really good managers won't. Not the way Manchester United are at the moment, and the players they've got. The players, well, they are terrible. They're just terrible players. At the moment, Manchester United are all over the place. Manchester United have won 9, lost 8. Villa have won 12, lost 3. I can't see it getting any better tomorrow for Man United. I'm going to go for Man United 0, Villa 3. I'm expecting Villa to win tomorrow, 3-0. Brentford versus Wolves. Brentford at the moment are 14th and Wolves are 11th. Brentford are not having a very good season this season. I think they're missing out Ivan Toney, who's, I don't know when he's due to come back. I think, is it next month, the new year? I think is it the new year supposed to come back? There's been rumours going around that 1 or 2 teams have been interested in buying him. But Brentford are missing his goals. And of course Wolves, they beat Chelsea yesterday. Brentford have won 5, lost 8. Wolves won 6, lost 8. This one I'm going to go for Brentford 1. Wolves 2. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Wolves. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Well, what can you say about Chelsea? They're another team that's going back to worse. There doesn't seem to be any improvement in Chelsea. They play Crystal Palace, and of course Crystal Palace got a good draw against Manchester City a few weeks ago. I don't know how. Pochettino is another manager whose job is on the line at the moment if results don't improve. Of course, the January transfer window opens the 1st of January, so I don't know whether or not Chelsea will go bring in a couple of players, or they'll leave it for next summer. And of course, Crystal Palace, they've got... So, the Chelsea at the moment are 10th and Crystal Palace are 15th. Chelsea have won 6, lost 8. Crystal Palace have won 4, lost 8. This one I'm going to go for... I'm going to go for Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 1. Everton versus Manchester City. Well, Everton lost to Tottenham at the weekend. And of course, Manchester City didn't play. Everton at the moment are 16th and Manchester City are 5th. Everton have won 8, lost 8. Manchester City have won 10, lost 3. This one I'm going to go for Everton. I think Everton will beat Manchester City. I'm going to go for Everton 1, Manchester City 0. Brighton versus Tottenham. Well, Brighton at the moment are down in 9th, and of course Tottenham are 4th. Brighton have won 7, lost 5. Tottenham have won 11, lost 4. This one I'm going to go for Brighton 1, Tottenham 2. And finally, Arsenal versus West Ham. Of course, Arsenal are top and West Ham are 6th. Arsenal drew at the weekend with Liverpool, and of course West Ham beat Manchester United. Arsenal have won 12, lost 2. West Ham have won 9, lost 6. This one I'm going to go for a draw, I think. Arsenal 2, West Ham 2. Well, that's the end of my predictions for tomorrow's Premiership matches. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all again in another video.